right? So if you've got a lawn that's sat in the shade for most of the winter, or you've got one where through the spring and the summer you kind of get 50% sun, 50% shade, then this video is for you, because what I'm going to do is explain exactly what you need to do if you've got a shady space in order to get yourself an absolutely boss lawn. So let's start then with the problems. When lawns sit in the shade for the entirety of the winter, they're not able to photosynthesize, soils aren't able to dry, and as a result, you get quite a lot of dieback. You can see that from this angle. This lawn doesn't look too bad, but if we're getting right over the top, you can see where we've got some problem spaces where the lawn has started to thin out. Now that it's the spring and the temperatures are starting to rise and the grass is starting to see a bit of sun, it's about how we nurture it back to full health and getting it looking absolutely boss. So what is it we need to do? The first thing to do is pretty simple, and that's to not do a whole lot. If we think about the lawn care window, for most lawns it starts kind of at the start of March, whereas when you've got a shady lawn, because it's not sat in full sun for much of the day, it means that start date for the lawn care season is pushed back ever so slightly. For this lawn, there's patches that'll see hardly any sun up until around about May. Now, does that mean that we need to halt everything until May? Absolutely not. But what it does mean is that we need to tread carefully, tread intentionally, and not do too much to cause any unnecessary damage. Because shady lawns thin so much over the winter, there can be a tendency to jump in quite soon to overseed, to rectify the thinness by adding in some new grass plants. However, the fact that you've got a shady lawn means that you can't get an overseed as early as you would be able to with a lawn that's in full sun. So instead, we need some alternative measures to thicken this lawn up pretty fast, and it's going with the basics of lawn care: to feed your lawn and to cut your lawn. And when you feed more, the grass grows more. When the grass grows more, you're able to get on and cut it more. And the act of cutting the lawn, it's simply a pruning technique that is going to promote the growth of the plant, and that's what's going to start to help fill in those spaces. But don't get me wrong, this isn't like an overnight fix where your lawn's going to go from being thin to being thick. It's going to take time. It might take 4 weeks, it might take 6 weeks, it might even take 8 weeks, but by the time we do get to May, you might just end up with a really dense, thick lawn without doing a whole lot of work, just by feeding and by cutting. And when you do cut, just remember you're only taking off the very top part of the plant. We only want to take off the top growth. We're not getting out, giving it like a short back and sides, nothing like that. You're literally just taking the top off. And it almost seems too simple to be true, but this lawn is already showing the evidence that what I'm saying is absolutely right. And it's not 1,000,001 products, it's just one simple feed of true grass and cutting the lawn with the mower, taking off the tops. One thing to bear in mind is that we are at the mercy of nature when it comes to getting our lawns to look boss in spring. We can only do so much, but really it's the temperatures, it's the sunlight that the grass needs in order to thicken, to thrive and become boss. So if you do have a shady lawn and you want to end up with a really boss lawn this year, one that is almost golf green standards, because that is what this will be in the next few months following the advice I've given in today's video, then consider subscribing, give the video a like if you have enjoyed it, leave your thoughts down in the comments below, share this with anyone who you think it'll benefit, and yeah, finally, thanks for watching.